How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're back with our weekly reads that we read for the entire week. We read a good amount. We read most of our comics from the new comic book day, except for the X-Men stuff that I'm not caught up with, but that's okay. We read that. We read some of the X-Men stuff that we still are catching up on with the Krakoa era, which is good. And then I also finished one of my compact DC comic books that I got. We'll go over that. So this is gonna be our Marvel stack. We got a big good stack right there. Got DC stack right there, which is again another good stack. And then, like I said, which we'll go over already, we got Batman Hush. I read the compact book. You know, if you're not aware of these go for $10. They go over some classic stories, which I'll go over there. You know, they got comic books in there. There's 12 issues in here. I think technically 13 in this one because they counted a little mini fill-in as one, which is pretty cool. But for $10, you get the whole story, and this story was absolutely amazing. Like I said, I'll go over this one first. Batman Hush was fantastic. The story in here is, you know, when it starts off, it's just like a normal comic book, like, oh, something happened, as in, like a crime happened, Batman goes and tries to figure it out, but then it starts puzzling into something bigger and bigger and bigger till towards the end, the cliffhanger on there, or the answer of the whole thing, like who the main villain is insane. Batman is crazy in this one, so I definitely, if you have never read this, which I never read it, that's why I read it, I'd recommend picking it up on that and reading it. It's fantastic. It's amazing. But you know what? While we're doing DC, let's start with DC comics that we read. We'll continue with Batman. So the one we read was Batman and Robin Year One, issue number 4. We did get a variant cover. The story on this one is fantastic. If you don't know Batman and Robin, this is like kind of like an old style comic book that they have on the pictures and stuff like that. This one is when Batman just got Robin, and he's doing the story about how he's adopting him. They got the services coming out, checking on him, doing appointments, stuff like that, while he's still teaching him how to be Robin. He's also trying to teach him how to be a kid and stuff like that. So I definitely recommend it. It's awesome. So let me move that. Next, we got Superman Action Comics. This is issue 1082. This is a brand new story arc that they're starting with after that 12 weeks ended with the Phantom Zone. This one's really good. This is supposed to be before Absolute Power. I don't think it actually, where you actually need to know about Absolute Power, because I didn't read anything about that. They'll do little references, but it's real simple. Like, you can understand it. So the Action Comics 1082, fantastic there. Next, we got Black Lightning issue number 3. Got a variant cover there. Story was really good. She's learning, Thunder's learning her new powers and trying to figure it out, stuff like that, which is really good. Next, we got Challengers of the Unknown issue number 2, which is awesome. This one, you know, the Challengers are still trying to figure out what they have to do with the stuff that's going around after Darkseid left. Awesome story. Definitely recommend that one as well. The New God issue number 2. This one's really good. I had no clue what I was getting into until I read the first issue. The first issue was amazing. The second issue is also still amazing. Definitely recommend it. Got the variant cover there. But I definitely recommend picking this up. You don't need to know much about the characters, because I didn't know anything about it. With this whole new story arc, they kind of explain them pretty easily and pretty well. You can learn them really fast. Definitely recommend that one. Next, we got Nightwing issue 122. Nightwing is one of my favorite characters. I don't know a crazy amount about him, but learning him a little more through these stories is really cool. This one continues from what they left off, where he's trying to protect the city, and he is referencing like a flashback in this most of the time, but it's very important to the current story. So really good. That one I recommend as read as well. Next, we got The Question, All Along the Watchtower, issue number 3. Fantastic story artwork on there. I got the variant cover there. I love it very much. The story in this is crazy. They show some new villains coming in and what's going on with the Watchtower that she's got to deal with. The Question, it's fantastic. There's some characters I don't know about. I'll say the villains wise, I mean, they're probably referenced to older comics, but they're coming back into these ones. I don't know anything about them, so learning about them is really cool as well. So that one's good. Next, we got the Titans issue number 19. This one you kind of figure out, you know, they're just doing little missions, talking and discovering, you know, how to work together as the new leaders there. How Nightwing's stepping down, but he's still helping out for the Titans. He's just not going to be there as much, but he's there for now to help out. But story arc in this one is a brand new story arc, I think, or continuing actually of a story arc with awesome characters you should know, which is awesome. Really good. Really quick, throw this in the video real quick. I forgot to grab this, but it's Green Lantern Fractured Spectrum issue number 1. It's a one shot. Got this dope variant cover. My local LCS that I normally go to didn't have it, so I had to go to a different one, which they had it, which I'm excited for. But I read it, it's amazing. I definitely recommend reading it. It sets up for the new Green Lantern, but also sets up for Green Lantern Civil Corps, or Green Lantern Corps. One of the new Green Lantern with the Corps, besides the main Green Lantern title. So this is gonna be awesome. The story in this is fantastic. I definitely recommend reading it. It's real easy to read, real easy to understand what's going on. So if you're not really knowledgeable about the Green Lantern stuff, it's okay. This explains it very well. So this one's really good. Definitely recommend it. So that's all the DC comics that we read. All of these were just from last week's new comic book day pulls, which is good. The new comic, the DC comics, I'm all caught up. The only ones I haven't read are like my paperbacks and my compact comics there. So I'm pretty happy about that. Again, with the Marvel, still got a lot to catch up, which is mainly just X-Men. But speaking of X-Men, this one's gonna be #1 issue of the Marvels that I picked up. It's from New Comic Book Day. I'm very excited about this series starting, and I can't wait to read more of it, which is gonna be Ultimate Wolverine, issue #1. This one was freaking amazing. If you're curious about a little bit about it, check out my TikTok, because it's still up. It went back up. It was banned for a moment and came back up. If you're interested in it, go there and you'll see my little preview on there. I think I also put it on my YouTube shorts too. So if you're on YouTube, as you are right now watching this, you can check it out on my shorts. But it's fantastic. I definitely recommend it. I think so far this is my favorite Ultimate series out of the Ultimate Universe that's going on right now. So I'm excited for that one. We also read The Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man issue #2. This one's more about how Spider-Man got his costume, start learning a little more about his powers and stuff like that. A little background again. This is for the prelude for the series that's coming out on Disney Plus here soon. So if you're interested to watch that show, reading this would, I'm sure you don't have to read these, but it's pretty cool just to read a little bit about it before the show. Another #1 that we had was Rogue, the Savage Land. We got the first cover. I thought it just looked fantastic. This story is really cool. This references, I guess, Rogue has been in the Savage Land before. It kind of references that. I never read that, which is okay to read this without reading that, because it kind of goes over before, but this is kind of a new thing going on. So definitely recommend reading this one. It was awesome. Those are all the brand new Marvel ones that came out recently that I've read. Now the rest are just still catching up on the Krakoa era. So I'm not gonna go over them too much because these are older comics. First we got Cable, issue #3. Cool cover there. Then we got Fall of the House of the X, issue #4. Right there, you got Cyclops, which is pretty cool. Next, you got The Resurrection of Magneto, issue #3, but as well as issue #4 right there, and that's the rest of the Resurrection of Magneto. So I'm done with that series, I believe. I don't think there's one more. I have to double check, but I'm pretty sure I'm done with that one. Next, we got Rise of the Power of the X, issue #3. We had a variant cover there. We don't have the A cover, which is okay. I was just happy to have this issue in a single issue, so I'm glad I got that. We also read this X-Men issue #33, part of the Krakoa era. You got a sick freaking cover there. This is the A cover, I believe, which I think they did a fantastic job. You got a bunch of the heroes there of the X-Men squad, and then Cyclops looking freaking dope. Then last but not least, I love this cover. One of my favorite covers that I own. I was very excited to finally read the story, but also be part of reading the cover from the story, because it's really amazing, which is X-Men Forever issue #1. I don't know why you got Jean Grey there lying in the blood of the Phoenix symbol, which I think is fantastic. It looks amazing. I'm glad to own this one. To me, I'm not much of a collector. Like, I collect the comic books, but I'm like collecting them for the story and having them. This one is more like I love it because of the cover. But the story was fantastic too. So that's everything that we've read for New Comic Book Day. Again, for my week of comics that I'm for last week. Sorry, a little off right now. But a lot of great stories that I read. Again, Batman Hush is definitely a good one. DC wise, I think my favorite one in this was probably Batman and Robin Year 1. And then Marvel was definitely Ultimate Wolverine issue #1. But Rogue was pretty close. It was a brand new series, so I liked it a lot too. It was really good, easy to read. So I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know in the comments what you guys read over the week, if you guys have. If you guys have any questions over the comics that I've read, as in if if I recommend reading it, if you want a little more details on the video, let me know. Or a detailed video of the comic, let me know. Stuff like that. Subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to hit at least 200 subscribers this year. We're at 157 last time I checked, while recording this at least. let's get there by, liking the video, subscribing to your channel if you're not already subscribed. Sharing the video would help me a lot, so I really appreciate it, guys, if you guys did that. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoy. Hope you had a great week. Hope you have a good future week. Let me know what you guys are going to be reading this week as well in the comments, if you guys have any planned comics you're reading, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.